Welcome back to CJ's Card Corner. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the Ascended Heroes Booster Bundle release that's happening this weekend, and this week. And I want to talk about how the other sets in this era are being affected by this drop, and what I think is a really, really great opportunity for those of you that are card collectors and card investors versus just sealed investing. And then we'll talk a little bit about the effect of the Ascended Heroes Booster Bundle drop on the rest of the market and its own market. So let's start off. Let's talk about the release itself. It's going to be a nightmare, like it always is. The product is going to be on the shelves and then it'll be instantly gone. People wait in line. Retail stores are a nightmare. I've already seen posts like crazy about the booster bundles and how I had to wait in line for 2 hours and then I didn't get one. It's a struggle bus. I know Target is still doing their 2 only option, which if you didn't know, most of the Targets are doing 2 of each of the items. So if they drop booster bundles, ETBs, and if they drop booster packs, you can buy 2 of each instead of just 2 total. So keep that in mind. It's kind of a PSA for all of you out there, because I learned that the hard way when I was already at the counter with my 5-year-old and I didn't want to go back when I actually picked up some booster packs a couple weeks ago. So just keep that in mind. I think that that's something that will just allow you to get a little bit more product if you are able to get some. So today being the big day for that booster bundle release, just be prepared. It's going to be a nightmare for everyone. It's going to be crazy, but it's going to be difficult to get your hands on this. So please don't get discouraged. The product is out there. They're going to keep printing Ascended Heroes. I know that it's going to be difficult to come by for a long time, but they're going to print it. They're going to print it, so you should be able to get some at some point, and the price is going to go down on the ETBs eventually. I know that my Facebook, especially in my area, everybody's kind of calling each other out about asking for them at 140 or 130. I don't think that's unfair. I think that the value is going to be there eventually, and we should be able to get closer to 120 or 125. With the booster bundles, don't pay over retail right now. Get them at MSRP when you can, and don't overspend. They're going to be too high priced for a little while, but eventually there will be more that hit the market and the price will drop a little bit. So don't go crazy on day one, unless you can get them retail. Then go crazy. Let's talk a little bit about the market expectations for Ascended Heroes. I think the card prices, besides the Gengar and the Pikachu, are going to go down. You're going to see more of the cards hit the market as people rip these booster bundles open. They're one of the most fun products to open for most people, and they're going to rip them. And the price is pretty good when we're talking about it being, you can get them for not double MSRP for the most part. You might be able to get them at $50 or $60, which is awesome. And I know that that's still like $10 a pack, which is expensive. The value should be there. You should be able to get them at a decent price, and people are going to rip these. You're going to see the cards drop in price, so I would not be buying them right now. I think next week and the week after are going to be the sweet spot for getting singles for Ascended Heroes for a while, maybe even the week after that. So through May is probably the best time to get your singles for Ascended Heroes. And that's where I would want to be if I'm buying singles, which I am not. I'm buying sealed. So that's something that I would recommend if you're looking to finish out a master set or buy the pieces that you need. The Gengar I do not think is going to change all that much in price. We're not going to see that many of those in the wild. It's a really hard card to pull. So don't expect the price to drop all that much. If it drops $100, that's great. I don't think that's going to happen. It might drop $50. It might drop $75. I doubt it'll drop more than $100. But if it does, get it when you can. It's a great card, and it's going to continue to rise. It's a good buy anytime. So let's talk a little bit about the rest of the market. So right now, today and tomorrow and Sunday, this being Friday the 24th, the release day of the booster bundles. Sunday and Saturday are going to be your best days to buy other things, because the market is going to be solely focused on the release of Ascended Heroes booster bundles and what the price does. Now is a really great time to buy your perfect order singles that you want, because those prices are going to drop. The Clefairy is one of those that I'm targeting right now. I'm hoping that it can get down to about $25 a pop, which would be amazing. But I think anything under $30 is a huge win for that card. I would not be surprised to see it up to $50 in the next year. It's a great card. It's gorgeous. It's probably the best art in the set that's not the high-end stuff. And personally, I prefer the Clefairy over a lot of the other stuff in the set, and I'll be buying a lot of that card. I'm hoping to have a couple of binder pages full, and I think it's a really easy and quick and simple buy because it's not the super high-end or really super expensive cards, and I think that there's value there. Now let's talk sealed a little bit. So singles wise, Perfect Order is my buy, but with sealed, now is a really great time to buy other things. Destined Rivals is still a good buy. It still hasn't taken that next step or that next leap, and I personally fully expect it to do so in the next 6 months to a year. After a year, we're talking about it being nearly out of print. I personally think that Destined Rivals is a really great set, and I continue to pound the table for that set, especially since it's really the last big booster box that's going to sell well, because Perfect Order, again, is not very good. Chaos Rising is way overpriced right now. It is not Ascended Heroes, guys. Chaos Rising is not that good. It has a really great chase card. Really great chase. But the rest of the cards in the set are not high-end. They are not going to sell well long-term. And other than that, it's going to be carried by that high-end chase. It's going to be carried by that Greninja. And it's a great card. Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely gorgeous. But it's not the Charizard. And yes, it's going to be carried by that card. But it's not going to be as crazy as the Charizard, and that set is not going to do as well long term as Phantasmal Flames or a lot of the other sets. It'll still do well like every Pokemon set, but don't be buying it thinking it's Ascended Heroes and that product is going to be scarce, because it's not going to be as scarce as Ascended Heroes or Prismatic. It still will be because the market is nuts, but it's not going to be as crazy. So don't buy it at over $300 a box. It's not worth it. It should see some minute reprints in the next coming months. I'm hoping for maybe a Pokemon Center reprint drop or something along those lines, but if it doesn't, the Pokemon Center ETBs are a good buy. I just wouldn't overspend on the booster boxes, the booster bundles, and the ETBs, because the value in the set is just not there like some of these other sets. I would rather invest in Phantasmal Flames when it's under $300 a box. I would rather invest in Ascended Heroes and Prismatic because everybody's focused on the Ascended Heroes drop today. So don't let it eat you alive and buy into the hype. Buy the stuff that's really great right now to buy. Buy the singles you need. Buy the booster boxes and the booster bundles of the older sets that are kind of holding flat. Because when the market takes off again as school winds down, right? Because we're almost into summer months. Keep in mind, Pokemon always goes into a summer month lull, and it's going to do that here again until 30th anniversary ramps up in the fall. You're going to see a slowdown this summer. Prices are going to come down. I don't think they're going to come down on Ascended Heroes or Prismatic, but they're going to come down on these other sets because they're not going to be as popular. There's not going to be this huge chase card that you're going to be trying to pull. There's honestly going to be a drop in price in the singles and in the sealed market this summer. There almost always is, as people start putting their money into vacations and trips, and they start doing fun things with their money that isn't just Pokemon. The price of the Pokemon cards for you and me that invest in Pokemon and buy into Pokemon now coming into this spring and into the summer is the best time to buy. So just keep that in mind as you're out there shopping around, looking for the right buys. Keep your eyes peeled on these sets like Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, as the prices start to drop. And keep your eyes for good deals on Ascended Heroes ETBs, because once that reprint comes, which it inevitably will, probably late summer, early fall, maybe even sooner, keep your eyes peeled for those cards because the price of the sealed should come down a bit. And I would get them where you can. Same with Prismatic. If the price drops at all, buy in, because this has been your last chance. I just made a video on that. Prismatic it's going to go away, guys. Now it's your last chance to get your hands on whatever it is you want for your sealed collection or for your investment portfolio. Prismatic's going to be really hard to come by. In the next 9 months to a year, Prismatic is going to be very, very difficult to get your hands on. If you can get them in trades, if you can get them in purchases, do it. Don't hesitate, because if you hesitate too long, they're going to be gone. I'm not trying to make it FOMO here, but Prismatic is going away. Get your positions now. Get them while you can. Same with Ascended. Get your positions in when you can get them at a good price. Don't overspend, so be smart where you spend. But like I said before, Ascended is a good buy anytime, so you can't really go wrong with it. I just would be careful with these other sets, but get them at a great price if you can. The prices are going to drop. Thanks for hanging out with me today on this beautiful Friday. The weather is starting to turn. We're seeing really nice weather, and we're seeing a lot of people shop for Pokemon cards on the market right now. We're talking about it all over YouTube. So just keep your eyes peeled for the good deals and pay attention to what the market does. Thanks for stopping by today. If you like the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'd love to have you comment down below. Tell me, what are you buying right now? Are you buying those booster bundles even at a higher price? Are you buying ETBs at a higher price, or are you buying something else? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks a lot for hanging out, and I hope you have an awesome weekend. Bye.